Hey everybody, welcome to Divine Conversations. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm doing a reading right now for the Divine Masculine. So I did a reading not a few days ago about the Tower energy, moving through the Tower energy. And as I've been reading since then, the devil has really been coming up. And today I actually was dealing with a lot of anxiety. I did get to spend some time with my twin last night, and we hung out. It was cool, but there's a certain situation between us where he just kind of flirts with people. Doesn't really accept me as someone that could be a partner for him right now. So that's a little upsetting for me. So today, it's not like it was anything that bad. I expected it. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, it's not something that's surprising, but today I was dealing with a lot of anxiety about it. And as I went through the anxiety, I realized that it wasn't all mine. Some of it was his. So, so tonight I pulled a reading, on just to understand what was going on with him and everything, and the devil came up again. So I felt like that was a good place to pull some information from the universe, on behalf of the collective, on behalf of the Divine Masculine as a whole, and just like the whole masculine collective, and for the twin flames, obviously, because it's the Divine Masculine. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about that. Now, I'm just going to be freestyling this. I don't really have a spread in mind. This is straight up intuitive. I'm just literally just asking, I'm asking for information on behalf of the Divine Masculine. Actually, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm really winging this because I literally just got the layout for the spread right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two columns. We're going to do advice for the Divine Masculine on the top. On the bottom, we're going to do advice for the Divine Feminine in relation to this devil energy that is apparent within the Divine Masculine right now. That the Divine Masculine is facing right now. So top is going to be advice for the Divine Masculine. First two cards are going to be what the situation is, general information about the situation. This is a general reading. Second two cards are going to be advice with dealing with the situation, yes? And then for the Divine Feminine in the bottom row, we're going to have the first two cards are going to be advice or information about the situation in relation to the Divine Feminine, right? How the Divine Feminine fits into that situation. And the second two cards are going to be advice for the Divine Feminine in dealing with it. And each one of these cards is going to have a clarifier. So I'm going to pull two cards for 1, 2, 3, and 4 spots. Yes? In both rows. So here we go. Universe, please, let's have a conversation. Spirit, source, universe, God. Let's have a conversation about this devil energy that the Divine Masculine is facing right now. Let's have a conversation. Please tell us, in relation to the Divine Masculine facing this devil energy, please help us understand. Please tell us what we need to know. Please bring us the best information possible. Best messages coming through possible for both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine in relation to the Divine Masculine dealing with this devil energy. So, underneath the deck, the overall energy is the Hanging Man. Now, already, I'm understanding 444. That was beautiful. Already, I'm understanding that this is a period of suspension for the Divine Masculine, and it is so funny because in the spread that I did for my twin, he got the Hanging Man as well, which is intense. So, okay, so what's happening right now is the devil energy is placing the divine masculine in a suspended space. A lot of you divine masculine are having a hell of a lot of trouble dealing with this devil energy, separating yourself from this devil energy, separating yourself from the things that are generating this sense of entrapment for you. Many of you realize just how negative and detrimental this situation is for you. But as far as how to move out of it, you're clueless. And it's not like, I don't mean that to say that you lack the intelligence to figure out how to get out of it. You really, at this moment, you really just don't know. You really just don't know how to deal with it. And that's leaving you in a suspended space. And now, in relation to that, though, that suspended space is a good space. Because here, in the Hanging Man, this man is, this divine masculine, really, is suspended, but he's seeing things from a different perspective. Yeah, this suspension is giving him the opportunity to see things differently, to see how he can change things for the better. So you can almost look at this at this moment as a planning phase, really, is what I just heard or what I just felt. Because you're seeing things differently, now you're understanding things differently, and you're learning to approach things differently. So, yeah, this is somewhat of a planning phase. Yeah? Okay. And I'm being pulled card. Oh, wow. Queen of Coins and the Wheel. Oh. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm pulling from the bottom of the deck, and I'm just kind of, I'm kind of listening to the story here, and it stops here. So, underneath we have the Queen of Coins. Now, the Queen of Coins is talking about here, this, in some ways, this does speak to your divine feminine. In some ways, it's saying to you, draw on the power that the divine feminine has, and the energy that your divine feminine is sending you. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen of the divine masculine persuasion, your divine feminine is sending you so much love and so much support. I promise you. Like, I'm hearing all of us say that. We promise you. We're sending you all this love and care and nurturance. So that's part of this message, but also part of that message is draw on that within yourself. Draw on your own feminine energy to help you get through this period. Yes? Next, we have the Wheel. And the Wheel is telling you to just go with the flow. But also the Wheel is telling you that the universe has your back. And no matter how scary or crazy this may look right now, no matter how much you may not know about the situation, please understand that the universe has your back and the Wheel is turning in your favor. So this is mainly just saying to go with the flow. Yes? Next, we have the Seven of Cups, followed by the Moon. And this is a double message here. This is a reassurance from the universe. It's saying, yeah, there are all these options around you, and you're being faced with all these different challenges, and you're being faced with all this different stuff. Like, you've got all this different stuff in your face right now. But understand that most of this is illusionary. Most of this is illusionary. And the Moon is asking you to draw on your intuition, to understand what is real and what is false. Because that will help you move through this devil period and let go of what is holding you back. That is also coupled with the Queen of Coins, yeah? Ground yourself and draw on your intuitive power, your feminine intuitive power, to clear away all of this illusion. Yes? And finally, we have another double message in the Star and the Four of Coins. First off, right off the bat, I'm hearing another instance of go with the flow. But in this, I'm hearing it because the Four of Coins is telling you that some of you guys are kind of being a little miserly within the divine masculine. Miserly, yes, but also you're clinging to things Not because it's good for you, not because it's safe or it's healthy, but because it's familiar. And the star is asking you to let go of those things and to look to the light within, and follow the light. Follow this new shining light that is appearing before you. Really tap into your intuition to clear away what is represented here in the Seven of Cups, all this illusionary stuff, so that you can allow this star to be illuminated and light your path so that you can get to where you want to go. Yeah? Okay. So those are the underlying energies. So already, that's a pretty big message right there. Yeah? Excuse me. That is a pretty clear and complete message already. So now, I'm going to pull the cards for the spread. I didn't cut the deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. Alright? And this may take a minute. So bear with me here. These are the first two. Alright? This, I'm pulling for the Divine Masculine right now. This one, along with this one. Okay. So these first two cards on the top row for the Divine Masculine are the general situation. Yeah, this is what is going on with this devil energy. Too many cards. Oh, but this is it. Okay, and in these second two set of cards here, these are the advice on how to deal with it. So this is the general information, like this is what's going on with the devil energy, and this is the advice on how to deal with it. Right? That's for the Divine Masculine. For the Divine Feminine, the first two cards are going to be the general information about the devil energy, but how that relates to you, Divine Feminine. Yes? So the first two cards for the Divine Feminine, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we've got this. Yeah, we've got it right here. And then the last two cards are the advice for the Divine Feminine. Okay. Here we go. So, Divine Masculine, starting you off. The energy of this is, wow. The general situation here is the Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. So with this devil energy, first off we have the Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. The Knight of Swords here is saying to me, you want to move forward, you want to take action. Is saying to me that a lot of this stuff is mental in nature. A lot of the hanging man energy is mental in nature because you're trying to process things, which is what the Four of Swords is saying to me. Like in the hanging man and the Knight of Swords, you're kind of like, you want to take action, you want to rush in, you want to leap into battle and do things, but you can't yet. You're resting, you're planning, you're contemplating. That's what the Four of Swords is saying to me. You're building your battle plan, right? What else? Okay, well, I want to move on to the next column here, the Ten of Cups and Justice. This devil energy is I hear leading you towards justice being served and you reaching ultimate fulfillment. That is what the devil is here for. The devil is here to teach you about what you really want. And in justice, so this devil energy surrounding you is teaching you about what you really want and going for that justice. And that justice is justice to yourself. Creating and giving you the empowerment to fight for what represents the Ten of Cups, for what is represented by the Ten of Cups for you. Okay, so the devil energy is allowing you to enact this justice for yourself. And actually, that's quite empowering and really quite beautiful, I'd say. So then going back to what this means here with the Knight of Swords, it's like, okay, you get that now. You're starting to get it, but you're not clear enough on it yet. Like, I feel like you're at a Knight of Swords state, but you cannot approach this situation from a Knight state. You've got to be the king. You've got to be stable, sturdy, and ready to go. The Knight is still kind of unstable. I mean, he's more stable than the Page, yes, but he still runs the risk of shoot first, ask questions later. And that is not how you want to handle this situation. You know what I mean? So you're taking a rest in the Four of Swords, also represented by the Hanging Man, and you're planning this out. You're building up to become the king that you know you need to be to really handle this. And the wheel is speaking to me here and is saying, good on you, because you're doing the right thing. Just let the wheel turn. You'll get there. Yeah? Advice to dealing with the situation. We've got the Ace of Coins with the Queen of Wands. And we've got the Two of Wands with the King of Swords. Look at that. I was just talking about that King of Swords. So, the advice here. First and foremost, this pairing right here, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Coins, is telling me, first and foremost, focus on putting your energies toward your material investments. A lot of you, Divine Masculine, you have been really focusing on your finances, and so has the Divine Feminine, really. But you guys, Divine Masculine, you have been like super into that for some time now. And this is asking you, asking you to channel that energy into manifesting the abundance and the material foundation that you want to build for your Divine Feminine. For the two of you, really, but what you're trying to build so that you can present this to your Divine Feminine. That is the biggest message here. It's also asking you to tap into your feminine energy again, but here we're talking about passion, enthusiasm, creativity, in a sense, because creativity is also represented in the cups as well. But yeah, really tap into that passion of yours, and also the magic, because the Queen of Wands is very magical. So take that. So also there's a message here for you, Divine Masculine. Take channel the magic of the Queen of Wands and use it to create the new physical foundation or a beginning that you want. Use it to create the circumstances by which you move out of this devil energy and you move into this brand new physical start for you. And finally, in the advice for you, Divine Masculine, you have the Two of Wands and the King of Swords. And this is speaking directly to what I was saying earlier in the Ten of Cups and Justice, in that, well, also in the first section of your spread here, taking the time to choose your best path forward in releasing this devil energy and cutting these things out of your life. Yes? This is confirmation that you are working your way towards being the King of Swords in this avenue, in this situation. And so these two cards are just reiterating that. They're just literally just saying, make your wisest choice in how to handle this, in how to move forward with this. Your Divine Feminine is asking you to do this also. I just said that. Your Divine Feminine is asking you to be as objective as possible. And I kind of want to say subjective too, because this is a deep situation. This is more than just this is more than just a mundane choice. There's a lot of personal situations, a lot of emotion involved in this. I understand that. But you still want, the Divine Feminine is saying, you still want to be as objective as possible. Keep your goals in mind. Keep what you want to achieve in mind. But in choosing your best way to do this, this is literally a message from the Divine Feminine that I'm channeling right now. In choosing your best way to do this, please stay as objective as possible. Yes? That is going to be the key to your success here. Okay. Excellent. So now, Divine Feminine, this is your turn. And I'm also feeling like Divine Masculine, you actually can get a lot from what we're about to talk about for the Divine Feminine, because I feel like a lot of you are aware of just how much this energy is affecting your Divine Feminine, and it's hurting you. Yeah, and it's causing more confusion for you. So really try and pay attention, try and take as much as you can from this, so that you can also put yourself at ease. Yeah? Okay, here we go. The first two cards are the Divine Feminine, how you relate to this situation, and what it really is overall. Wowie, wow, wow. Wowie, wow, wow. We start off with Death and the Seven of Wands. Death and the Seven of Wands. So already, Divine Feminine, this situation, the cards are saying that this situation is all about transformation. Is all about transformation. And it's funny because when I did a reading for myself and for my twin, and my twin got the Hanging Man in his reading, and then I got the Seven of Wands as the overall energy of my reading. And a lot of what I've been dealing with today, if you're unfamiliar with me, or if you're new to my channel, I am part of the Divine Feminine Collective, and a lot of what I've been dealing with today was, do I need to walk away? Again, I was in a position where I felt like I needed to walk away, and I had already promised my twin in a conversation we had telepathically that I would never walk away from him again. But today, I just felt all this heavy energy. I just didn't understand. I didn't get it. But the overall energy here was to stand my ground. I'm standing my ground in my convictions, in my belief, in what I know to be true. So what these cards are saying here is, there's a death happening, there is a transition happening, and your twin is standing his ground towards you. And also, you need to stand your ground in your convictions, because you know what's right, you know what's true. And the reason why I just shared that story with you was because a lot of you Divine Feminines are still in this moment of, do I stay or do I go? And this is saying, this situation in relation to you Divine Feminine is a transition, and you got to stand your ground in your truth, in what you know to be right. Yeah. Next we have Wowie, wow, wow. The Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So, in readings that I've gotten from other people in the past, before I even knew I was on a twin flame journey, love readings that I got, my twin was represented as the Knight of Cups. Now, my twin is also an earth sign, so that's perfect, but his sun sign is an earth sign. But this here is saying that this situation in relation to you, Divine Feminine, is a transition that is going to lead to a brand new start emotionally. Not just for him, but for you too. Because as he moves out of this devil energy and he cleans up all of the things that were hurting him in this, that, because we mirror each other, that is also going to affect you. So there is a huge emotional start coming as the Divine Masculine moves out of this devil energy. But the Knight of Coins is telling me, or is saying, this could take a while. Excuse me. This really could take a while. I'm hearing a few months. This could take a few months. 4 actually. I just got about like 4 to 6 months in some extreme cases, about 6 months, because some of these situations are really extreme. Really extreme. I mean, especially when we get into some of the family situations that the devil represents. That's really extreme. I mean, it took me years. It took me years to really identify what was really going on within some of my family dynamics. And I'm not saying it's going to take that long here. It's entirely possible. Anything's possible. But a few months, yeah. But yeah, it's going to take some time. But also, the Knight of Coins is saying it's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening, slow and steady. And actually, that is a really good thing, because this is not a situation that we want to rush through. This is a really serious thing. We're doing some real serious surgery, you know, if you want to say it that way. And so, this is not something we want to rush through. We want to make sure this is done correctly and it's done completely. Yeah, we don't want to have any of this stuff resurging, and now we've reached union, and oops, all of a sudden the devil rears its ugly head again. Like, that's not to say the devil's never going to come back, you know. I mean, but in this situation, with what we're talking about now, we want to do this right. We want to get this over with so we can just move forward. So take the time. Go with the flow and take the time to do the work. Yeah? Okay. Next, we have the advice for the Divine Feminine in how to handle this situation. And we start off with some really excellent, excellent cards. We've got the Magician and we've got Strength. So this is saying, Divine Feminine, draw on your strength. Draw on your strength. And remember that you are a co-creator here with your Divine Masculine. Yes? So this is really encouraging you to send him or her as much love and light as you can, as much love and support, encouragement as you possibly can. Yeah, just offer him or her the energy that they need to do the work they need to do. Draw on your own nurturing, your own strength, and direct it here with the Magician. Direct it towards your twin and say, I am offering this to you so to aid you in doing the work you need to do. Yeah? That's actually such a strong message, and I love it. Wow. And finally, oh man, we have the Four of Wands and Judgment. This is crazy, because there's so much mirroring happening. The Judgment came up in my reading, and the Four of Wands came up in his, from my twin's reading. I mean, this is... So this is saying to me, these cards are saying that in Judgment, it's saying that there is a transition happening. There's a big transition happening. There's a big calling. A big calling for the Divine Masculine to step into his power. And the trial of the devil is his initiation. Literally, is his initiation towards ascension. Yeah? And with the Four of Wands here, it's telling me that this ascension is going to lead to the stable foundation that is needed for union to happen. I mean, it really doesn't get any more straightforward than that, in my opinion. Like, so, an advice for the Divine Feminine, this is not really giving you any real action. This is what you need to be doing, Divine Feminine. This is what you need to be focusing on. Drawing on your strength and using the power of your mind, using the Magician energy within you to help co-create this new beginning, this rebirth, this transition, this death for your twin, the Divine Masculine. But this is more of a reassurance, and this is just a little bit of deeper information. Just the advice here is just know that ascension is happening. This is his initiation. a lot of us divine feminines have already really ascended pretty well, pretty far. It's funny because I've learned, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but in just thinking about things and how we mirror each other, the divine feminine has ascended quite a bit recently, has been working on their ascension. I know in my case, I was working on my ascension long before I even met my twin. It's been kind of a theme throughout my life. And so in mirroring each other, the divine masculine in a lot of situations has been extremely successful materially. So the divine feminine has been working on their ascension and has been very successful there, and then the divine masculine has been very successful in the material. So now we're kind of, the divine masculine is starting to take his step up in ascension, which is what this judgment card is saying. And with these two, the strength and the magician, you, divine feminine, are being asked to aid him, to guide him, to let him know that he is going to be okay, to reassure him everything is going to be just fine. He's going to come out of this, like I said in the past, with the tower energy, I think it was, he's going to come out of this bigger, badder, and better than he was before. And you can help facilitate that for him, divine feminine, him or her. You get it. There's that. I think I'm going to just leave it there. I mean, this is a 30-minute video already. And a lot of good information has come out. I mean, I know I feel a little at ease here. Especially since I was struggling with the idea of, do I really send him my divine masculine? Do I send him any energy? Do I really try and support him here? And the answer is a resounding yes. Help him. Help him or her. Help them. Be their guides. Be their lovers. I mean, we may not be in physical union right now, but we can still be their lovers in spiritual union, yeah? Even if you're not in union with your twin in the 5th dimension, you can still be their lover by sending them the love and support and encouragement that they need, that they require. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. If you have anything to add for it, if you're picking up anything, divine masculine, divine feminine, if you're picking up anything from this message that I may have failed to pick up on my own or whatever, please add it to the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. Let's start a discussion. This is Divine Conversations, isn't it? All right. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.